Yep, I think let me just get
Yeah,
started first.
sure.
Okay, first of all, hello everyone. Today I'm here with one of the most, I would say, best of our best founders, Durga from the brand The Short Store. She has been the most passionate founder, I have personally worked with ever. And the best part, about the brand and her is that she has not been selling any kind of, generic clothing. Like when she came to us, the biggest thing, the brand has its ethos, its USP, and being a specialist, in the market. She's being a specialist in the shorts. She's not a journalist, like any other brand. They have been selling normal shorts or just, any kind of product. That's not who Durga is. So that's why I think I feel Durga that we have like really great time working with you, and I genuinely wanted to have this call conversation with you today. I think just a little bit of background when you started this brand, it's been 4 or 5 years. You worked with few agencies in the past, and you also managed the ads for almost an entire 1 year. And while you were working on the ads, you understood how the advertising work. You took the brand to a certain level. You were doing decent as well in terms of revenue, close to 4 or 5 lakh at certain ROAS. But the challenge was how to, scale the brand, how to take it to the next level. And before this call, I was also reading the survey forms that you filled back then. And you've written it there. If you could make, at least 15 lakh or 20 lakh per month, I mean, nothing like that. You'll be the most happiest person in the world because you will be able to have investors on board, all of that. So I was talking to the team, and seeing the numbers that we hit in last, couple of months, taking the brand almost from 3 lakh per month to almost, 40, 45, even 50 lakh per month. I think this was like really, really, great journey so far we have with you. So I today I wanted to hear from you, Durga, first of all, like what was the one thing, that you had in mind when you were choosing to work with Arlox.io? Like, what was the one thing, that you had in mind, or doubt, or any concern, or anything bad you thought about us back then?
Uh, I think I reached a point where I understood that it's not possible for me to continue to keep running the ad account, and I needed
Mm,
specialists to work with, so I could focus on product development and operations and leave it to specialists, because I was being handling, I was trying to do everything by myself, like everyone does when
mm,
they begin. Yeah, so I had, it was like at the right time you had reached out as well when I was in that, because if you had reached out even 5 months earlier, I was not in a place to onboard another agency and give that a
mm,
chance. I thought, okay, let me do it, and if I get some, if I feel like, okay, we do have a good product and people are buying from us, then it makes sense for me to have an agency and then let them take over. But first I needed to have like
mm.
some proof myself, to
Yeah.
first understand, okay, if this is working, people are buying, okay, we've so now the problem is how to scale it. So how
Mm,
to, yeah, so that's, it was like at the right time you had reached out, and it was immediate. I think within a couple of days we were on board, I think at that time. So yeah, initially obviously like there was a little um hesitance, because it is an investment to work with an
yeah.
agency. So that a little bit of fear, and we've never met, we're not in the same city, and all of that, because there are so many agencies online that reach out to us on LinkedIn and everything. So it is difficult for any founder to like be sure of the decision when they begin. But I yeah, based on our interactions in the beginning, and just the thoughtfulness in the way that
Mm,
you had the form, and the what videos that you guys had created, I felt like, okay, they're doing this full time, and they've invested a lot of their time to understand how Meta works, and have experience in scaling brands. So
mm,
I just took a leap of faith, and then it's been a year since then, over a year, and it's been great,
mm,
and we've been able to scale. I mean, I honestly wouldn't have imagined that we could have scaled to 40, 50 lakhs thankfully it did happen. So it's definitely one of the best chapters, like sent you a text also, like the best chapters of this
Yeah,
business of having this for 5 years of it's been been in existence for 5 years, and this has been the best chapter, and with
absolutely.
you guys. So yeah, that's the summary of it.
Yep, I think this has been absolutely like when you're like in the business for last 4 5 years, and then we have amazing growth in like 8 months 9 months, it definitely it feels very serene actually. What
Mhm.
what was the most uh like doubtful moments or days you have had working with us? I know we had like really good days, all of that, but what was
Yeah.
the most doubtful days you have had back then, initially, when especially when we started?
Initially, I didn't think, I mean, I think my expectations were realistic. I'm not swayed by like promises easily, because I mean, I'm realistic about it, because how much can an agency do? Like, they can only sell the products that I've made. They're not responsible
Yeah,
for, they have to make sure that we reach the right audience and it's optimized and we're not bleeding money with our ads and all of that. That's the job, right? So beyond that, it's the product,
true,
it's the storytelling, or like the information or other things that the brand has to provide. So I'm realistic
true,
with my expectations, but so in the beginning, I just wanted to make sure that we are not going below two. ROAS is not going below two. That is a big red flag. I understood in the beginning. Okay, I was open mind. I mean, I was ready to accept that. Okay, in the first month, because the agency is also learning the brand, the ROAS might not be great, because they'll be testing
hmm,
a lot of creatives and seeing what works and all of that. So I was prepared for month one and month two to see if there's improvement. But yeah, thankfully, we did see from, I think, month one itself, it was steady. Month one was steady, and then from month two we started growing. So I was optimistic after that, and I was like, okay, so yeah, we can take it forward from here. We'll be able to scale. So yeah, so in the low moments were definitely, like, as a founder, like, even if there's the 1 day drop in sales,
yeah.
you feel insecure. Like it's like your self-worth comes from that day's
True,
revenue. So that happens like every now and then. So I'll be like, okay, what is happening?
yeah,
Is it just for us, or is it something else? How can we fix this? Yeah, that panic was always there. But yeah, then you see the overall picture, the overall performance of the month, and you kind of like, you're okay, fine, we've covered that drop in the next week or something. So that it was always okay.
hmm.
We balanced it. It wasn't anything very like, yeah, there were obviously a couple of days which was not related to the agency or us, but yeah, the website being there was some issue with Meta, which, so we
Yeah.
couldn't run ads for a couple of days. So those days were like very stressful, because I didn't know, like, how, I mean, 3 days of not running ads or 4 days of not running ads, and the momentum dropping, and then now again
Yeah.
having to rebuild. All of that was yeah, those were the low moments, I think, in the last 1 year.
Okay. And how your family, or people who are very close to you, think about you or feel about you, like in last 1 year, like what change you have been able to bring to
Oh,
them?
like, that's very easy, because nobody thought this was a good idea. So, so the fact that I'm doing this for 5 years itself is
Yeah.
like is a big surprise to them, because they thought I'll close in 1 year, or I'll just give up. Like, because yeah, it was like the craziest idea that I went ahead with,
Hmm.
and then for now to see it being validated, like after like me sticking to it, and then to see
True.
it reaching this revenue. Yeah, for them, they finally believe in me now. Like, they finally think, okay, like, let's hear her out if she has some weird crazy idea. So
Yeah.
that's been really validating. So thanks to you guys for
Okay.
getting us there.
I think that's very empowering actually. Yeah, that's the most important thing, in life. Being able to empower yourself and others as well. So definitely, it worked out really well in the last few years. And what was the most joyful moment for you in last, like 1 year? Like you felt, okay, today I'm just completely out of the moon.
I think when we first hit our 20 lakh milestone, which we
Hmm.
aimed to hit in November, but we went out of stock. So it happened in January. That was
Hmm.
actually one of our first milestones that we discussed we should achieve. Like we should achieve the 20 lakh per month milestone, and then that
Correct.
happened. So that was like, yeah, that was the day. Then I thought, okay, we should meet in person when we
Hmm.
get to 30 lakhs to celebrate this, which unfortunately hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, I'll see you in Delhi or Bali. Uh,
Yeah, I
uh,
think that celebration is still due now.
Still, yeah, that's still due.
It's 50 lakh, and now next would be, as I said, we genuinely want you to see making, 1 CR per month with or without us. So that'll be another celebration, that'll be due with us.
Yeah, so yeah, that's still pending. So whenever that happens, whenever if ever if I come to Bali or if I'm in Delhi, I'm definitely going to reach out to you and see if we can still make that happen.
I think tell me a little bit more about your travels, you were able to do in last 1 year, because I think you have done a lot. So I would love to hear how the growth actually in the business, helped you in your personal life as well.
Right. So as we started to see traction, I wanted to like improve our offering and like make better
Hmm.
products. And sometimes it's just not possible to do with the resources available in India. So I attended trade shows in Dubai, in China, and
Hmm.
to source products that are not available here that we can add to our collection and just just keep offering better to our customers. So that is that. So the traction definitely helped me to look beyond India, to travel and see if there's better things that we can do for the brand, and also to scale like outside of India. So it helped with that, to see like beyond, like say to look at like 1 year from now or 2 years from now, which was not the case earlier. It was like next month I have to survive, like this business cannot close like next
Yeah.
month. So that like kind of enabled me to think beyond like 6 months and 1 year. So that's the whole, yeah, it helped me to
Yep.
travel and understand what's out there in the world, what can be done here. Yeah.
Yep. I think the most important thing is, getting out of the survival sort of a thing,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
founders, especially on bootstrap businesses, they are always in this fear of, okay, will they be able to survive next
Yeah.
month or next, week or not? So I think that was the most transformational thing, happened in last 1 year.
Yeah, because it's also your family's, for how long can I,
Hmm.
keep it in a place where they don't start to ask, so are you still planning to continue doing this, or do you want to do something that will actually make money? So, yeah, so yeah, so because it's the constant pressure from your family also to show results, right? So, because
True.
they've also invested in it. And yeah, so yeah, it was a lot of pressure as a bootstrap. I mean, for anyone, if bootstrap or not, there's if someone's investing in you, there's pressure. So yeah, so that was that was the biggest thing that happened to us, thankfully, in 2025 and 2026 actually, that we were able to you know gain some trust and faith from family members to keep supporting.
Hmm. Okay. Yep. I think that's the most beautiful part, yeah, being able to, support others with the brand and business. So
Yeah, and
how do
also
you
the other
see?
thing that
Yep.
happened is that
Hmm.
we are now like a team of five women. Like all our employees are
Okay.
women. Yeah,
Hmm.
apart from you guys. So that has been really like great for me as well, to be able to employ people who have been with us for like
Hmm.
2 years, and like we're still young, so hopefully they'll be there for much longer. So that has been a great thing for me personally, to be able to uh, employ women. So yeah, thanks to you guys.
The ad account being managed on our end was also being handled by women only, so I think
Oh,
that's
right.
that's very
Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah, that helps
okay.
because I think they were able to target more accurately.
Yeah, I think so. She understood the positioning very well. Now, that being said, how do you see yourself, growing in next 6 months, 12 months? I know you have decided you have now going to have everything in-house. So yeah, first of all, I wanted to talk about that as well. Like how we were able to help you to be able to you be in a able to in a position, where you can move all of your setup in-house as well. Like how did it all worked out for you?
It just reached. I think we reached a point where our requirement for creatives had drastically increased compared to when we
Hmm.
began, I was not able to keep up with it. That was because of as we've scaled, there's inventory, there's we have to hire people, and all of that was happening. And in addition to that, keeping up with the creative requirement was just becoming too challenging for me. So and to also coordinate it with different creators, and to also
Hmm.
shoot some content myself and then to share it, it was becoming too stressful. So that's when this idea of seeing if this setup works out where we can handle everything in house came about.
Hmm.
Because yeah, it was just at the right time that we thought, okay, this we had to give this a chance and see, because I'm getting burnt out otherwise.
True.
So that's why we thought, okay, we'll give this a shot. And it so happened that it was, if I had only outsourced just the production, then again there's a coordination, and then that is required, that's needed. And so there was, happened to have a team that was offering everything, so I wanted to see if that would work for us. And then make long term decisions on what is the best case scenario that we could have to scale to 1 crore a month, because that is the
Yeah,
goal, to get us to 1 crore a month is the goal. And what is the
absolutely.
best best we can do, what is the best setup to achieve that, where I'm not burnt out and I continue to work on products and development and operations, and and be in a place of just you know uh, approving things, rather than the one who's editing it, coming up with the caption, and
Hmm.
writing the scripts, and looking for creators and all of that, which is a full-time job in itself. Yeah, so it's because of because of getting to that scale where we were running, we were like, we needed more creatives.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, creative is the targeting in
Yeah.
2026. This is, yeah, by the way, very interesting and important that a lot of brands, still not able to understand or move to this part, that how the creatives work and what's the importance of, creatives to scale the business and scale the brand, right? So what would you tell any other D2C founder who like is, just starting it out, and they may not have, knowledge or understanding how the creatives work or what's the role of creatives. So what would be your one piece of advice to new entrepreneurs?
A lot of the times, like some of the founders who have reached out to me for like a recommendation
Hmm.
for an agency or anything like that, they're always like, will this agency perform magic and scale us from this number to this number?
Hmm.
So I just try to tell them to, you have to be realistic. Like, if you don't have creatives, the agency also cannot help you, no matter, even if they're the best agency. You need to have creatives
True.
for your, because you know your brand best, so you need to be able to tell, have at least to begin with, you need to have enough creatives before you have a that's something that I would tell myself, if I knew better back then, that when I have an agency on board, I should have enough creatives that they can test out, so that we don't even have to spend like 1 or 2 months, to cross that, say, 2x or 3x in ROAS. They have enough creatives to test and quickly, scale
Hmm.
the ones that are winning. So that would be my suggestion. Like, come with, like, creatives that you've made for your brand, which you think is the best way to represent your product, and then the agencies can, like, test them out on
Hmm.
what is winning and what is not, are best, and yeah, guide you accordingly.
Yep, absolutely. And last thing is, I think the only regret I would have is, usually we help brands to take, like from certain revenue to at least once a year per month or more before, we help them to move the setup in-house. So we kind of took you till 50 lakh per month only maximum. I wanted to hear now how you see yourself, growing in next, couple of months without Arlox.
It is definitely, it was a very emotional, and like I was thinking about it for days, like because there, until
I
then
think we
I
took
had
a
no
month
idea.
almost to
Yeah.
decide because I was also thinking about it every day. How do we make it very smooth for you, or is it a right decision for you or not?
Yeah, so it was like because I had not thought of it. It was not like a long term thing. Okay, I'm going to do this set when we reach the scale, I'm going to move. That was not the plan. Any because we were constantly discussing, achieving our next milestone, the next milestone. That's how it was going. But then it
Correct.
was just a point of burnout for me that, and then this, I happened to put together this team with in Chennai, and
Hmm.
I thought, I mean, this is the time that I should try if this setup will work for us, rather than waiting longer and getting exhausted. Because I work all 7 days. 7 days I have to like work. So it was just becoming especially when it's something creative
Yeah,
that is mentally exhausting. Like even the operational thing, the
correct.
entering things in an Excel is much easier. Like when it's something creative, and like you need like
Hmm.
15 creatives, and then everything has to have a different idea, or like I think it was, and I was doing that. So it was becoming too difficult for me. So that's when I thought, okay, this is the time I should try this. If for some reason it's not the best case scenario, then I'm gonna tell Arlox that I'm gonna need you guys back on board, and we'll see how we can make that work. So that's what happened when I told you guys.
Yep, absolutely. I think you'll do wonderful. And as I said, we genuinely want to see you making one CR per month with or without our locks. And I think I wish you very good luck. And the
Me too.
party
I'm
is still due, the celebration is still due. So I would
definitely. Yeah.
highly insist you
I,
to be in Bali or in Dubai, wherever we can have a celebration together.
Yes, thank you guys so much for getting us here, and for like any like being like the being the agency that was able to see our potential, that helped us see the potential for the brand. So I'm really grateful for that, and I highly have been recommending you guys to anyone that asks me or has reached out to me. So I hope you
Thank
guys
you.
keep growing as well. Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah, is yeah. So, and we'll definitely meet, and this hopefully doesn't end here.
Yep, absolutely. We're gonna meet for sure. This year or sooner or later. Yeah, this year I think we will meet. I'm sure you'll come to Bali this year.
Let's see, hopefully.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Durga. Have a great
Thank
day.
you so much,
Bye.
Janice. You too. Thank you.